So how did you get to the stage, Durianrider, where you don't take things personally?
How do I get to the things where I don't take things personally? That's a good question. I definitely think one of the biggest things you can do in your life emotionally is build that mindset of avoiding taking things personally. I read a book a friend gave mate Paul Reed in Adelaide, Australia in 2000. It was a book called The 4 Agreements. And one of those agreements was don't take things personally. And that's the one that really stuck in my head a lot. The others were, you know, keep your word, do your best job, things like that, common sense. Don't take things personally. That was something I'd never really heard in my life before. I was like, don't take things personally. It's an interesting concept. But it makes so much sense because someone can be having a bad day, or they could be, you know, what's an example of taking things personally? Let's say you make a phone call, you're looking for a part for your bicycle, you ring up the bike shop and you get someone on the phone they give you bad service. That person might be busting to go to the toilet and they just pick up the phone, yep, don't have the part mate, gotta go, see ya, boom. Or they could have an argument with their spouse, or they could be feeling sick, have a stomach ache, and they pick up the phone, they give you the bad service, and you think, oh, well, you know, blah, 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 blah. By not taking things personally, by going in my head, what else could be happening here? Maybe this isn't about me. Maybe they need to go to the toilet. Maybe they're really undercarbed. Maybe they need more water. Maybe they're just really, you know, freaking out for no reason.
Maybe someone died.
Maybe someone died.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's an interesting one. So that's what is one of the things that changed my life. Don't take things personally. Like, you know, Victoria's Kulvinskas and David Wolf, they're suing me at the moment. You know, Supreme Court of San Diego and the Federal Court of Hawaii. I don't take it personally. It's sort of, I think it's humorous. I think it's great free advertising for myself. But I don't take it personally. Why? Because these two guys, they've got so much pressure on them. Their health's up and down. One of them is, you know, anorexic. One of them is overweight. You know, they've got so many things on their plate. I don't take it personally. That's just their lack mentality shining through. You know, so I don't take it personally. You know, I like a bit of drama in my life, so it's all cool. But yeah, so avoiding taking things personally. Like, I've been ripped off in business. I've been stabbed before. I've had fights. I've had bikes stolen. Didn't take any of it personally because I've looked at where the people are at and I go, I can understand why they acted that way. Doesn't mean that I give them rewards for doing that. You know, I sort of disconnect from these people, detach from those people, or I tell them how it is, you know, in an honest fashion. You know, I'm never violent, most of the time, you know. But it's avoiding taking things personally. That's one of the biggest things you can do. And it starts with that little voice in your head going, what else could be happening? What else is going on in this person's life? Versus going, oh, they're just fucking evil pieces of shit, or they hate me, or something, or it's personal. No, it rarely is that way. It rarely is that way. Or it could be jealousy or whatever. But again, that's no reason to take it personally. Someone being jealous of you is a compliment. You should shake their hand and go, thanks, man. You really dig what I stand for. Fucking awesome, you know, that's really cool. So when you take things personally, you waste your nerve energy. That's hard to get healthy when you're taking things personally, because you're putting all that energy into, like, freaking out about nothing. Most people make things in their head bigger than they really are. So does that make sense? Avoid taking things personally. Ask the question, what else is going on here in that person's life? Are they going to go to the toilet? Do they just have to fight with someone? You know, are they taking things personally? And then they pick up the phone and, you know what I mean? It just carries on. So break the chain by avoiding taking things personally. Practice this on a daily basis. Practice this with your pet, your dog, your cat. You know, practice this with your children. Practice this with your employee or employees. Practice this with yourself. When you start saying, talk to yourself, talk, blah, 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 blah. Practice, oh, I need more water, I need more sugar, I need more sleep, I need all 3.
So how important is that, meeting your nutritional needs?
Like, it's like we've got a river here. Meeting your sleep, water, sugar is like your boat.
This is in Thailand.
Yeah, we're in Thailand. How magic is this? This is magic. Every minute of every waking moment we're walking around, the analogy is we're like in a boat in a river and the boat's crashing against the rocks. We have to constantly steer it around. When you've got enough sleep, water, sugar, that boat wants to stay in the flow a lot easier, and there's less diversions, less distractions. It's easier to stay on course. But as soon as you get undercarved, underslept, dehydrated, boat sort of, you don't have a greater participation in that direction of the boat. It's starting to hit things and crash into people, and you you're not going where you want to go. So when you take care of your sleep, water, sugar, your emotional state, you have a greater participation in the daily reality, aka easier to not take things personally.
Yeah, how has it benefited your life, not taking things personally?
It's got me to where I am now. You can't make a change on the planet, on humanity and society if you're taking things personally. Because you'll say something and someone will say, you're a fucking idiot, fuck you, and you'll be like, so when someone says that to me, I'm just like, whatever. Might have a laugh about it, but I don't take it personally. I don't carry it home with me. I don't go to bed with it. I don't wake up with it in the morning. That's just sort of off my back, like, you know, water on a duck, or it's like flicking sand on a fish. It just washes off. So when people make comments about it, it just sort of washes off. It doesn't stick very long. So it's like a scratchy nose. It doesn't last very long. You itch it and it's gone. You don't keep rubbing it and making it worse than it really is. I don't take things personally, and that's one of my challenges. That's one of the things I challenge myself all the time. I remember I had a bamboo bike like this one stolen in Penang, Malaysia 2 years ago. I didn't have any insurance, $10,000 bike, just had it built, stolen. And I'm like, I was pretty pissed. And I was like, Harley, get some water, get some sugar, sit down, and let's think of a plan. And I realised that my bike's gone. All I can do is tell people I might get it back. There were $1,000 water out there. Didn't get it back. In 10 minutes, I was like, cool, it's gone. I accept that. Detached. Next. You know what I mean? And when I got back that night, people were like, your bike's stolen, aren't you? Like freaking out. And I'm like, man, I don't want to waste my energy on it. It's gone. I've had plenty of freebies in my life. Comes around, goes around. So the bike went. So it's all about learning and just not taking things personally. You know, I could still be going on about that and saying, oh yeah, people there are really bad and blah blah blah, but just detached from that. You know? So not taking things personally is just so vital. So vital. You know, if you want to get somewhere in life, if you want to have great relationships with yourself, your family, your friends, your partner, your community, if you want to make changes, don't take things personally. Build that state of mind where it's just off your back. It's just sand on the fish, it's water on the duck's back, it just washes off. It's that simple. So this is your first strategy. Avoid taking things personally. Doesn't mean you can't have passionate debates and stuff like that. It means you don't dwell on things so much. You know, you don't like, you know, when I go into forums and stuff like that, I'm engaging people. I'm putting my opinion out there and getting opinions back. That's cool. It's about sharing. That builds community, sharing opinions. If you go in there taking it personally, you're like a little toddler. You go into kindergarten and you can't share your blocks. You're not going to get very far. You're not going to have a happy kindergarten experience. You're not going to have a happy experience in your community if you can't avoid taking things personally.
So a good indicator would be if you do take things personally, then the first thing to look at would be your sleep, water, sugar.
100%.
Look there first.
Yeah.
So as soon as you take something personally, you can look within and go, oh, hang on, you know, am I not looking after myself in some way?
I had a bike race last year, and after the race, one of the guys said something to me about being vegan, and I was pissed. I wanted to punch them fucking face. But then before I did anything, I was like, hey, this isn't who I normally am. I was like, hey, I've been pissed for over 2 hours. You know, I'm really dehydrated. And I had some water, and within literally a few minutes, I was just like, my whole mental state had changed. It's like having a big backpack on, and you're just crunched up, and you take it off. Your mental state changes because your body's meeting its needs. So I had the water, and I was good to go, good to have a proper debate versus being stupid and doing things I regret at a later date. I really avoid doing anything I'm going to regret. I hate apologising, so I avoid doing things I'm going to have to apologise for. And hey, if I'm wrong, I'll say I'm wrong, you know, sorry, how can I make it better? I'll do that, but I hate getting to that stage. The reason why I hate doing that is because it means I'm being sloppy with what I'm saying to people. So I have to be tight.
So what's the wrap up?
Bottom line, take care of your sleep, water, sugar. People go, Harley, you keep going on about that. It's like, yeah, because people don't understand that yet. But even people who do understand it don't always do it. So take care of your sleep, water, sugar. 10 grams of carbs per kilo body weight per day minimum. Sleep 10 hours, 12 hours, 16 hours a night. Go to bed early, get up in the sun. Water, drink enough water so you're urinating at least 10 times a day clear, a few times a night. Piss in a bottle, piss in a pot. Take care of your sleep, water, sugar. And it's not easy to entertain that fact of not taking things personally. Because if you are dehydrated, undercarb, underslept, really hard to change your perceptions, to change your mindsets. Really, really hard. You can do it, but it's a lot harder. So take care of your sleep, water, sugar first, and then we go, what else is going on here? How do I avoid taking things personally? Ask the question, what else is going on in this person's head? And then you go to it. Are they under the carbs, dehydrated, underslept? Most likely yes. Are they having some battles going on and manifesting problems because they're focusing on some negative stuff? You know what I mean? So always look at what's going on in other people's lives before we take things personally. You know, I live a life of such abundance and, you know, magnificence every day that most people don't have in their life. So it's easy for me to say, well, hey, I live the glamour freaking lifestyle, fruits and sun and fun and fitness and contribution, and I'm living my purpose, and a lot of people aren't doing that. So it's easy for me to go, hey, well, I'm not going to take it personally because that person, you know, look at them. They're dehydrated, they're undercarb, they're out of shape. I can't expect their best out of them. So I'm not going to take it personally, what they just said, what they just did. That's just crazy of me. It's like expecting a sick horse to, you know, look good. You can't do that. It's like, you're silly. So the bottom line is, take care of sleep, water, sugar, and just change your question in your head. What else is going on in this person's life? Done.